NBA superstars are the best players in the entire league. Obviously, because they're stars, but they're super. You have Giannis, Luka, Jokic. You have Tatum, who's injured, Halliburton, Brunson, D. Mitch. The point is, they're all very much talked about in the NBA media. But what if I told you there was an NBA superstar who was barely talked about, gets barely any media coverage, but his team is decent, and he's one of the youngest players to become an All Star or be an MVP talks? If you didn't know who I was talking about Paolo Banchero of the young Orlando Magic. I mean, just a few years ago, he was the number one overall pick and a decent 2022 draft, even though he was not even projected to go top two. Yeah, he has become one of the most best scorers in the NBA and has led his Magic team to multiple playoff berths. But the NBA media has just seemed to not talk about him at all. Well, let's talk more about Paulo. I mean, this year and next year, last year, he just didn't play that many games. He was injured for most of the season. But this upcoming year could change everything. I think Paulo Banchero is fully capable of being a top 10 NBA player in the league. And that's crazy to say. A player going into his fourth season being a top 10 player. Better than Wemby, Kevin Durant, LeBron, Curry, Brunson. I think Paolo Banchero is just one of the best scorers in the NBA, and I think he'll average 30 plus next season. Here are some reasons why I think that. Well, just off of last season, Paolo Banchero averaged 26 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists per game. And now that is absolutely insane for a player who's third year, who can rebound the ball well, can score the ball well, can pass the ball. I think he'll have more scoring opportunities on this team. And you might say, they just traded for Desmond Bane, a great player who needs the ball a little bit and will use things and will take up points off the team. Well, Desmond Bane is one of the better passers and one of the most underrated passers in the league. And what do the Magic need? They need a facilitator. Clearly, Jalen Suggs is not going to be there. That's probably why Jalen Suggs is going to play the two. I know Desmond Bane playing at the one might seem weird, but honestly, if I was the Magic's coach, Jamal Mosley, I would do that because he is a better passer and can just facilitate the offense for this young Orlando Magic team. And I think with his better facilitating and when a good facilitator, and let me re-say this, Paulo Banchero averaged 26 points without a good contributor, without a good facilitator, a good passer on his team. There were plenty decent passers, including Paulo himself. Another thing that Paulo could do that could help him win, be top 10, maybe even top 5, be in MVP talks next season. Well, you can talk about team success, but you could just talk about Paulo's individual game and how he can improve a lot in his defense. Coming into the league, people were saying that he was an offensive star, just wasn't that good on the defensive end. But in his short NBA career, Paulo has showed that he can defend pretty well, and he's become a better defender every year in the NBA. He is 6'10" and crazy athletic, plays a lot like Tatum, but he finishes and uses his size more to his advantage. But another thing you have to focus on with Paolo Banchero, unlike most stars, well, not most stars, but unlike some NBA superstars, Paolo Banchero actually elevates his game in the playoffs. Take 2024, for example. He was playing against the more experienced Cavaliers and was pretty much just him versus the Cavs. Franz Wagner is good, but I don't think he's the best co-star in the NBA. Jalen Suggs just wasn't in it. And he's playing against a experienced Cavs team with Donovan Mitchell, who's pretty much played in the playoffs his entire career, even though he hasn't gone that far. He's playing against Jared Allen, Darius Garland, Evan Mobley. Wherever you go, you just have great scorers. You have Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, who are amazing defenders. And plus, he has pretty much no offensive weapons anywhere else on his team. Yet, during that season, he pushed the experienced Cavs teams, which honestly wasn't as experienced, but were really experienced for their team, to 7 games. And it might not seem like that crazy because it was the 4 and 5 seed, but the Cavs were obviously the favorites. People were saying that they could have won in 5, maybe even 4 games. But Paolo Banchero basically single-handedly carried them to the 7th game, and he was working his hardest to try to win Game 7, but ultimately came short. Then you have 2025, where he was playing against the defending champion Boston Celtics, and they lost in 5 games. But he looked like the only good player out there, leading his team to 1 victory. And that might not sound like a lot, but the Boston Celtics team was really good, fully healthy, or almost fully healthy. Porzingis was kind of out. So for all of these reasons, I hope to prove to you that Paolo Banchero will be a top 10 player next year. And I hope you guys just keep up with Paolo Banchero over the next NBA season, because I think he can be something special in this league. And if the NBA media just gets more onto him, he could be a potential face of the league. I mean, he's an American star who's living up to the hype. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you guys have a great day. Definitely subscribe if you want to. It's completely free, by the way. And I've seen a graphic where it's like less than 2% of my viewers are subscribed. So let's try to get that up, because I'm on my way to 100 subscribers. But anyways, thanks for watching all the way through. If you got to this point, if you got all the way to this point, comment down below Anthony Black, 6th man of the year. Brag to everyone that you made it this far. But anyways, hope you guys have a great day, and see ya.